was growing by the day. Week 16 in the NBA, and Pat Bev was on his way to Milwaukee to link up with Damian Lillard.
Hey, so who else on the team?
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Fair to say there's some history between those two. Jose Alvarado struck again, whilst up 41 points. Like, can you imagine being down 41 points when this happens? I'm honestly just throwing hands at that point. Anyway, over in Milwaukee, Thanasis continued to prove his haters wrong.
Let's go, Thanasis!
I'll tell you who actually proved their haters wrong though. D'Angelo Russell, who averaged 27 and 5 in the month of February. I'm going to be honest, week 17 in the NBA was pretty boring, and so was the All-Star game, so we won't waste any time on that. Week 18, however, started off with a bang, or should I say, with this lady calling Kevin Durant a bitch, then instantly regretting it. Kyrie was back and cooking. Nothing seemed to be going right for Jordan Poole and the Wizards, and Scotty Barnes hit Mikal Bridges with his own signature save. But I don't think anything could have prepared us for week 19. We started off with an 18 brawl in Minnesota. This dude brought back the chokehold moves on Jimmy Butler. And then after a well-fought game over in San Francisco, Steve Clifford and Steve Kerr went to shake hands. But Draymond had other ideas. And then, over in Cleveland, the impossible happened. With 5 weeks to go in the NBA season, Boston had well and truly pulled away from the Cavs and the Bucks in the East. Over in the West, however, things were getting extraordinarily tight. Minnesota had a 1-game buffer on the Thunder, and Denver was starting to find some form after the All-Star break. In week 20, Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama faced off in a Rookie of the Year showdown. I won't sugarcoat it, Wemby pulled his pants down. Then had this to say to the Spurs crowd post-game. It was at this moment everyone realised that from 2025 on, this is Wemby's league. Things were starting to click for the Bucks. And the Lakers, as they took apart Oklahoma City. However, things weren't necessarily clicking for Javon Carter over in Chicago. In week 21, we saw Anthony Edwards literally hit his head on the rim as he got up for this game-winning block. After a slow start to his NBA career, Jalen Green began to show some promise over in Houston. He led them on an 11-game win streak and a league best 13-2 record in the month of March. And speaking of young guys, Warriors rookie Trace Jackson Davis was the first player to put Wemby on the poster. A different Jackson was getting up in Milwaukee, and De'Aaron Fox simply could not believe what he was seeing. And neither could Sloan Anderson when Anthony Edwards launched into outer space. Week 22 was interesting, to say the least. Because we had 2 more games. Kyrie was flat out ridiculous left-handed fadeaway floater, or whatever you call that. And over in Detroit, Bam was rubbing salt in the wounds of the Pistons. The Dallas Mavericks were beginning to click in week 23, and it wouldn't be right if we didn't acknowledge the season Luka Doncic was having, averaging 33, 9, and 9, a damn near triple-double, and a stat line no one else in the history of basketball has accomplished for an entire season. On a less serious note, Chris Paul called referee Tony Brothers a TikToker and got himself ejected with less than 6 seconds remaining. With 2 weeks to go in the NBA season, Jokic was still in command of the MVP trophy, but Luka was making a late charge. Wemby was running away with the Rookie of the Year crown, and things were getting loud in the Western Conference, especially in the race for the play. Dallas, Phoenix, Sacramento, and the Lakers all fighting for guaranteed playoff position. The Warriors were also lurking, but they were in danger of falling out of the play together as a red-hot Houston closed in. So when they visited Orlando in week 24, it was a must-win game. Clearly no one told Draymond Green, who got himself ejected in 3 minutes and 36 seconds. Utterly ridiculous. Steph was genuinely emotional, and despite all of that, the Warriors ended up winning. But perhaps the funniest moment of the night was when Draymond dapped up Steph back in the locker room, looked dead straight at the camera, and said, "F it, I'll do it again." Houston, however, was still on their tail as they went into the and snuck. But their quest for the 10 seed didn't last long, and the Warriors let them know about it. The final week of the NBA season was filled with chaos. Paul George was breaking ankles. And so was his protege, Brandon Miller. Heading into the final day of the season, Minnesota, Denver, and Oklahoma City still, quite literally, couldn't be separated. Until the Nuggets blew a 20-point lead to the 14th place San Antonio Spurs.
And they're showing the San Antonio score on the scoreboard.
But maybe the play of the season was from Big Boban, who was quite happy to miss a second free throw and give the Clippers fans free chicken.
Here's your job. Oh, he gave him chicken. He's a man of the people.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace out.
Anthony Edwards took the NBA by storm.
Edwards. Edwards gets it back. Threw it down.
But he's more than a record-setting basketball player who's already being compared to Michael Jordan.
He like a young 84 Jordan.
Anthony eats the worst diet of any athlete ever.
Probably eat like 3 a day. Is that 21 bags? Probably more though.
And he's got a car that literally kills people. Those and a lot of other insane things are what you're gonna learn about. But first, Anthony's secret rap career has him beefing with NBA legends.
I'm coming, bro. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming.
They must have been mad that Anthony can really spit.
I walk in the mall and I spend all my money and you know I get it the next day. And I'm never in unless I'm in first place. And I just beat the race like I'm take cake. Cause they know me. I shoot my shot just like I'm Ginobili.
And him rapping on one of Lil Baby's beats ain't even a surprise, cause they grew up together.
Growing up in Atlanta, pretty dope. Lil Baby and I grew up not too far from each other. He grew up on Spark Street. I grew up on Lockwood Street, so.
But not only did Lil Baby influence Anthony to start teasing his own songs.
I'm all in New York and I'm thinking like Dennis. I'm hitting his hoe with the ratchet like tennis. I'm all in her mouth like a motherfucking Dennis. I don't want to and I don't want no feelings.
Looking at my life, I really came from the bottom. Now I hit the gas and I'm going for a throttle. I'm with my big huncho. These niggas motherfucking crooks. These be hoes, yeah, we with the shit, Slim. Yeah, I don't like fans. I don't take no pics, Slim.
Impressing rappers eventually had Anthony change his name to King Ant and drop music.
Got these fiends say they love me, you gotta show me. I got 24 fiends, yeah, just call me Kobe. And they won't flow seats, put them in a nosebleed. Once I blowed up and got rich, they all notice me.
Now alright, having bars like that already had fans claiming that he was a top 3 rapper of any NBA player. So not only did that get Anthony extra cocky during an interview, when a reporter brought up how he's a rapper, they also asked Anthony if he thought he was like Damian Lillard. But even though that's kinda high praise, seeing as Damian, aka Dame Dollar, is considered the greatest NBA rapper of all time, Anthony actually clowned the comparison, saying, Dame? In his songs, I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm rapping like Lil Baby, I really can rap. Now clowning like that was crazy. So that's why one of Dame's most legendary teammates even threw some shade.
He said Dame can't rap, basically. He better work on that jumper.
But even a rap battle with Dame wouldn't be as crazy as the car Anthony drove to a game that almost killed everybody. The cars in Anthony's collection have always been crazy. I mean, he's had Lambos that were black and blue. He got another one that matched the colorway of his shoe. He got a Lambo that came out the movie Tron. But none of those cars were controversial like his newest one. This man's pulled up to a game in a hype beast mobile. Tesla Cybertruck. Not only did Anthony become one of the first NBA players to get one, it was the most trending vehicle in the world at the time, which wasn't a good thing. Thousands of Cybertrucks were being recalled because of a scary issue.
Let's talk about a recall now on thousands of Tesla Cybertrucks due to a pedal problem.
All the truck's accelerators were broken, meaning they could randomly speed up on their own and crash. So cause the truck could kill people at any moment, Anthony was criticized by fans all over X, and even the creatures on Reddit had things to say about Anthony's truck. But speaking of creatures, what if I told you that